So, you've got an idea for your ARG and you want to start it, but you don't know what types of clues you can use to drive the story forwards. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 different types of clues you can use in your ARG. Audio clues can be delivered in many different ways. For example, you could have reversed AI text-to-speech. The audience would then have to unreverse this to work out what it says later. Or you could have someone talking in some form of code, either one that you've made up yourself or some widely recognised code that the majority of people will be able to understand. Video clues can include things like symbolism, foreshadowing, or actual physical clues. Symbolism is simply a use of a symbol to represent a different idea or quality. So you could use symbolism by assigning different colours to different characters. So let's say you've got different colours for good and bad characters. You could have one character wear the opposite colour to show that they're moving sides. Or using the weather as another way of showing symbolism. You could do this by having the sky around the different characters be all dark and gloomy if something bad's going to happen. Symbolism can get more complex, but I think it's best to stick to a basic form of symbolism. That means that everyone watching will be able to pick up on it. Foreshadowing is also a good technique to use because it builds suspense and tension throughout your ARG. For example, if someone in your ARG was about to die, you could also have a load of crows in that scene. This is because a group of crows is called a murder. This is foreshadowing and symbolising that a person will die later on in the series. Physical clues is literally anything that's a clue and also physical. So something like a note or a letter from one character that another character could then go on and read. Obviously this takes a little bit more work with the other ones because you actually have to make them, but they don't have to be amazing quality. It literally could just be a scrap of paper with some writing on it. Text clues can be used like audio clues, having text flash up in normal text, a code you've made yourself, or another widely recognised one. I would recommend something like a pigeon cipher or a Caesar cipher, as these are pretty easy to work out and the majority of people know what they are. You could also hide text within your videos. You could have singular letters pop up at certain points to spell out an entire word throughout the video. Or you could have singular words or phrases hidden within the video. A good example of this is the secret message I've hidden in this video. Now, how are you going to use all the clues that you've just made? Well, don't go overboard with them. Having lots of clues in the same video can be a bit overwhelming with all the information you're giving out, but also you don't want to go too many videos without any clues. So I would suggest to have 1 or 2 clues about the main story per video, just to keep things moving along. Obviously, it's your ARG and you know how long the series is going to be, so you can adapt that number to suit the length of your ARG. And of course, we've got to keep by the golden rule of any form of storytelling: showing and not telling. Don't just spell out the entire plotline. Make the audience work for it and find out at least some of the clues by themselves. Because after all, that's the whole point of making an ARG. So now you know how to make a load of different clues for your ARG. Now watch this video on what not to do and so you don't make the same mistakes that I did.